Hello guys, I am Kelvin Verrett with eXp Real Estate, and I'm here today to do an overview of the KVCORE lead generation system. A bit about myself. I've been in business for 21 years. I'm a real estate broker that's partnered with eXp. I'm currently a former owner of a real estate company, mortgage and escrow company, and now I'm partnered with eXp to create some leverage potential and generational wealth. Hope you guys are here for the same reason. And KVCORE can be a tool that you can use to help you with your heavy lifting. So without further ado, let's go down and switch into KVCORE, and let's go through some things that I think that will help you out in your presentation. If you have any questions, in your understanding of KVCORE, if you have any questions, just type them in the chat box, and you can interrupt me if you need to. And then I will answer your questions when I come to the end. I'm going to cover some high-level overview of things that I think that you should know and you should be doing, especially as a new agent trying to figure out how this wonderful tool can benefit you in growing your real estate business. Okay, so the first thing you want you to do, if you're at your computer, you can go along with me with your look at your, if you have dual screens, you can do that. And if not, just follow me. I'm going to start off, when you open up KVCORE, you come to your dashboard. Your dashboard is...
Hold on 1 second, Kelvin, because we can't see your screen, and I'm trying to figure out how to give you share screen.
All right, but just put it on speaker view. Put it on speaker view, and it'll show the screen. I'm not sharing. I'm just only sharing my personal where my face is at. So they put it on speaker view, they can see it. And if you record, then definitely use that view. Now, if you want me to do a shared screen, I can do that also.
Can everyone else see? Because I can see it.
I can see it as well.
Okay.
So it's on speaker view, it works good. Up in the top right-hand corner where everyone's pictures are, you're going to see where it says view. If you click on view, then you click on speaker, and then that'll only show Kelvin as he's speaking, and then you'll be able to see his slides or his computer.
Okay, can everybody see the slides clearly? Can you see the screens clearly behind me?
Yes, now I can.
Okay, excellent. So when you get to your dashboard, as a new agent, I would definitely use this as a starting point for anything you're going to do within your system. So some key things I think that would help you out tremendously is, you see right over here in the right-hand corner, they have KVCORE training. This is essential, I believe, for any agent that's looking to understand how to use this system better. First thing I would say is do your agent quick start, your success plan. This is a 4-week session that takes you through setting up your KVCORE to the basic of working drip campaigns, how to do squeeze pages, how to do landing pages, and set up the things that's important to you in your business. I think it's essential for you to do this plan. Now, I've seen from the past, some agents have a problem doing it because they think it's not essential or it's not important. I think it is very important for you. One of the things that helped me understand the KVCORE system is going there first, learning the basics, and then building on that from that point forward. And it made me a better person at using the system to help me with leveraging. Because I'll tell you this here, in real estate, automation is your friend. Because if it's not automated, that means that you have to take your time out of your busy schedule to do these things that should be going on continuously with your prospects, with your sphere of influence, with your new leads that's coming in. And KVCORE takes care of all of the things for you. So if you want to grow your business and it's scalable, make sure you have your automation in place for you. This would help you. The training calendar, this is very important, I believe, for everyone here, is that you can look at the KVCORE training calendar. They have training going up all the time, like today. New agent overview, quick start. All the things that I'm going to share with you today is going on continuously. I would suggest that you take at least an hour a week to attend one of the classes to learn something new about the system that's going to help you build your business to make it scalable. So definitely plug into the calendar there in this continuous training. The next thing I would say is that over in your...
Kelvin, question, how do you get to the calendar?
Okay, right here is... See, I'm looking at the screen. See where it says training? Well, I just highlighted right here. Can you guys see my mouse okay, or should I change it?
I can see a small screen. Hold on.
All right, are you on speaker view? Leah, would you like to share screen to help everybody see it better so it can just pop up? If you like me to share screen, I can actually share a screen, but you got to give me permission.
Yeah, let me do that real quick.
Now, what it does, it opens up everybody that can share their screen if they want to. So make sure the room is secure. I had some funny things happen with that one.
All right, you should be good to go.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, is that better for you guys?
Much more good. Yeah.
Okay, excellent. All right, see right here in the right-hand side, KVCORE training. This is essential for the new agent, even the seasoned agent that want to know some new things. One of the things I said, spoke about the success plan. This right here, every agent, when you get your KVCORE turned on, go here and go through the 4-week course. It don't have to take 4 weeks. I did mine in 1 week. It all depends on how aggressive you want to move in learning your craft and your skill. The next thing is a KVCORE training. This is a live training that they hold continuously. You click that and it opens up, tell them what time zone you're in, and it opens up the calendar. So you can see here all the trainings that's offered for KVCORE only throughout the weeks. And this is, guys, I've learned so much about the system here. Amanda said I'm an expert. I'm not an expert. I'm just a student. I go in, I look, I learn, and I implement. That's what I do. So I will say to you, at least pick up one thing a week that will help you improve your business by leveraging your time, because automation is your friend. So everybody said, well, how that got to the calendar, correct? Right here. So next thing I will look at when I come into our KVCORE, my summary, how many calls I have to make today, how many tasks that I have to do today. And these things here tell you to look at the things that's most important. And the wonderful thing about this system is that it tells you when your clients or your prospects or your sphere of influence raise their hand and ask you a question. Okay? So activity here, next portion down. Activity screen tells you everything that's going on inside your KVCORE. If you had any new leads came in, if you had any text message, any emails, any hot leads, any properties that have been viewed, it tells you everything. So if you notice my screen here, I have people that came on and they're viewing properties. How did the people get here? Great question. The people got here because they were sent to my website. They seen something they liked and they was willing to give me the information to look at my things that I offer. I make a compelling offer and I require something from them: name, email address, and phone number. You should have your system set up where you capture leads once they come into your system and want to utilize your tools and technology. Request something from them. If not, phone number, name, and email address. But I always get the phone number, and if they're not willing to give me that, they're not really a good candidate for a prospect or a lead for me. Okay? And I may cover that if we get a chance to. So all these people here has been in my system. Phone calls are coming in. This is a telemarketer here, so, but a lot of them. But the thing is that I get that, any calls that come in, it tells me the calls that came in, any tasks that I have to do, and my calendar. Now, if you haven't done so, link your Google Calendar to your KVCORE, and when you put an task or call or an activity in KVCORE, it will automatically sync with your Google Calendar, so you don't have to go to KVCORE to see if you have something to do inside of your lead generation system. Okay, so definitely link your calendar up if you haven't done so. And then your business is what it is that you're doing inside of your business for your KVCORE, tracking your activities with your sales, your closed transactions, so forth. It covers some things there. Next portion down is your Playbook. Playbook is part of your promotional side of the lead generation system. Now, if you get a listing, you open the Playbook up, you can promote your listing. And this is a really good aspect. Anyone that take a listing, you can open it up and you go in and you put the listing in, and it starts to market the listing for you at a cost, okay? But you get a lot of activities, and what you end up finding is buyers, because most people that's looking for homes and see your listing, and they'll click on it, and they'll be willing to give you information to get the information you have to offer. With that being said, that every listing comes pregnant. Every listing have at least 4 babies. So if you get one listing, you potentially can have 5 transactions. So if you get listings, be sure that you spend extra costs and promote your listing. We'll cover that a little bit further down the line. Okay. All right. Then you can choose listings. Now, there's something here that I wasn't quite sure if your business had was if you can promote any listing. Because I know in my MLS, you cannot promote someone else's listing and advertise it without their permission. Okay. Now, I know many agents, I'm not going to call them names, like, that will promote a listing that's not mine. And they say, oh man, I'm so sorry. I'll take it down. But not promoting it as it's my listing. I'm promoting it as a listing, a new listing. So if I do it, I'll try to do it within my company with EXP. People will probably be less, angry with you for putting their listing up there. But you're helping them sell it, so it should be okay. All right. And coming soon is something there. Smart CRM. This is a very important part here. For me, it takes all your contacts that you have in your database and you can see them, what's going on with it, where it's at. It tracks calls. It tracks correspondence through your people. And you can see the activity. I'm trying to get down to somebody I've been talking to. Now, I have a dialing system come up. So these people here was imported from my dialing system into my KVCORE and never been signed anything. I use this interface called Zapier. High level, don't worry about it. And I use a dialer because I do a lot of dialing. And when I'm dialing people, I don't like dialing numbers, so it does automated dialing for me. Okay? So I was wanting to find someone that is, then within your CRM system, you can do mass email. What that means that you can select all these people here, click mass email, and it will bring up an email and email everyone that you just selected the same piece of information. If you haven't done so, you can do something with automation area, having templates. A lot of them are already there. Then you can create your own templates for your emails. Once you click on it, it puts the information in, select your subject that you want to do, and press send, and 250 people will get an email from me stating whatever I want to say. It auto-populates their name. It auto-populates your information at the very bottom of it. One of the things I will say to you about mass emails and things of that nature, if your data is not correctly inputted, you're going to put some strange things in your first name. Like this person here, if I email this person here, which there's no email tied to it, there'll be dear 816-23-8554. And that'll be a funny email to send to someone. So be sure that when your data comes into your CRM, it's quality data. Okay. And meaning that you go through and you take out things that doesn't make a lot of sense. Like this here page here, I have to go through and get rid of a lot of these here names that come up. Let me go to the bottom. Joe Smith. Joe Smith is one here. This is a new one here. Buyer. Michelle. And what I do, like for the ones like these, let me slow down a second.
Kelvin, can you show so when I just showed them whenever you were off how to set up a squeeze page and post that out to Facebook. Can you show them what do they need to do to set up so whenever someone lands on your squeeze page and they give you their email, is their automatic email, are they automatically going to start getting emails from you, or do you actually physically have to go in and set that up?
If you have it set up for your leads come in, and all right, let's do that. I'll go to campaigns. Smart campaigns. That's what you're speaking about. Say the squeeze page is set up, or you create an ad on Facebook, and they're coming to your system. If you have it set up with like whatever I'm using and have a hashtag put in there, then the hashtag will trigger your system to do something automatically. I'll give you a good example. Let me see here. These are my campaigns that's in my system. These are automations set up. Now I could give you something I've done recently. I used to assign buyers and sellers and different people to different campaigns. And it was causing, for me, this is my personal thing, to do a lot of necessary work because I really want the buyer that's responding, looking at houses. I want the buyer that's asking me questions in my email text campaign, and I respond to them versus just responding to making calls just to make calls. As a new agent, it's important that you do make the calls, but I do them a different kind of way. I put everybody that come into my lead generation system on a drip campaign called Property Search Alerts, and I send them houses. Now, someone looking to buy a house in 1 to 3 months, I send them houses daily. They're looking to buy from 3 to 6 months, I send them houses weekly. And if it's 6 months or longer, I send it to them every other week. But everybody gets something from me, and it's called Property Search Alert. So everybody coming in my database gets alerts. That's why when you look at my dashboard, you'll see a lot of people come to it, and they're just searching for properties. And that only happens because whenever they come in, I set them up for drip campaigns, and then they come back. You notice a lot of different names here because they come in and they look at houses from the things that go there. You have more people coming to your database, the more you put them on property search alerts, but people love to see houses. That's what I would say to you. They love to see houses. So let's look at the automation for it. Let me go to one of the drip campaigns. Let me see. I'm going to go to...
Another quick question, just because I'm on the KVCORE. I clicked on a mass email and it's telling me that 14 people will now receive my email because they're not subscribed. So do they have to subscribe to my email to receive the email?
Great question. What you're referring to is this here. Let me go back to CRM. I have a lot of people in my database, guys. Let's go to this whoever this has been calling me lately. I haven't been here to clean this up, guys, so I've been cleaning this up. Let's go to buyer. Person here came in to the database. See right over here? This is where your subscribe and unsubscribe come in at. You see right here it says subscribe, email, text. If they're not subscribed, then they will not receive a text or email from me, even though they're in the system. This person here gave bogus information, says no valid phone number, not a valid phone number. The email was okay. And then when everybody comes in your system, you click this right here, it validates the information to tell you whether or not the information is good. The only thing I have for this person here is their email address. So if I wanted to send them a text message, I couldn't send it. And if I want to send them an email address, email message, they have to be subscribed. And you see right here, send email is okay. If it was grayed out, that means they was not subscribed. Okay? Right here, and then let's say you push to your database, and they're not subscribed, you can go right here and you can manually subscribe them. See, unsubscribe from emails. There's a phone number there. I can unsubscribe from phone numbers, or I can subscribe to emails and subscribe to phone numbers. I have mine set up when they come in, automatically subscribe them. But the system will defaultly make them unsubscribe unless they gave you the information through your lead system. When you put them in manually, they'll be unsubscribed. If you put them in through the automation, like the lead from the Facebook or a lead from the your property search, it will put them subscribed because it give you permission to contact them through that subscription. That answer your question?
Yes, it does. Thank you.
Okay, so just when you go to the person. My system's running slow. They got something going on with the internet here. And I'll get back to the automation. I'm using myself right now. See right here, see I'm subscribed to email. So it means that I get emails. I'm unsubscribed from text messaging. Now, I can go here, since it's mine, I'm gonna go here and say, let me go ahead on and subscribe. See right here, I say subscribe to text messaging. I just subscribe myself. Are you sure you want to turn this on? Because somebody say turn me off. I don't want to be receiving text messages. If it's unsubscribed, leave it unsubscribed unless you speak with them and says, is it okay if I stay in contact? Sure. And I'll send out email or I'll send out a text message to them, and then I'm okay to do so. But do not just arbitrarily subscribe people to text messaging. That's spamming them, and people don't like to be spammed. Okay? So right now I am...
When I did that,
Go ahead.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I did that. I loaded up a ton of leads, and I sent them all July 4th spam with like a advertisement in it, and it didn't go very well. I mean, I sent like 1,200 texts, and it went really bad. So yeah, don't do that.
Yeah. And what you can do is make the initial contact with them. Say, hey, is it okay if I stay in touch? All right. Periodically, I'll send you an email or text message, Oh, sure. Then turn it on. But if they came to your lead generation system, they can already be on, so you got permission until they turn it off or unsubscribe. So one of the things you want to do is not send them too much stuff. If they're buying a house in less than 90 days, more frequent. Over 90 days, less frequent. Over 6 months, less frequent. And myself, I have a 60-day callback campaign. So every 60 days, I call them up, and by the way, who do you know? It's basically, I got that from my KW years. And I say, hey, how you doing? Check with family and so forth, how things going. And by the way, who do you know looking to buy? Or if I know they're looking, then has things changed? Have your timetable still the same? Great speaking with you, and boom, hang up. And I won't call them again for 60 days. But I'm always sending them houses either once a week, either daily, once a week, or once every other week. Everybody, even people that's not looking to buy or sell, love to look at houses. So make sure your search that you put them on is a good search. And my search runs from 700,000 to 2.3 million. Why? Most people want to buy, a lot of people under 700,000, but they like to look at houses they can't afford. So I always put something there that's really eye appealing, and people will go to the website and then search for what they really want, and then I'll just be dreaming. Okay? All right. Going back to the campaigns. Now, to get your prospects, I need to stay here. To get your prospects on the campaign, you have to basically set it up. So you go to property profile details. This is where you can look at the detail of the person, and the information is there. You can know the contact information, the search preferences, if it's there, contact information, birthdays, if you have it, valuations. Here, call, text options. They're on auto dial, yes. They're on text messaging, yes. And there was any closings? No closings. If you have their social media profiles, you can put them things in there. All these things are important to know how you're working with the people. Then on alerts, this is where you set up your property alerts. This is what I love to do with everyone that comes into the database. And this is I just set it up, and they end up getting alerts from me. This one is set up for West Hills, single family, 4-bedroom, 3 bathrooms, price range from $639,000 to $959,000. And when to send it to them, daily. So this person here, which is me, I'm the test dummy here. I can say email recents. I set that up. It's already selected template of 1 and 2. Think you might like this listing. Boom, I just sent out an email to myself for these 2 listings that's on my database. If I want to send a text, I just click on text. I don't have to change nothing. Might be interested. Boom. I just sent out a text message to myself. Now, this text message can go to one person, it can go to 1,000 people. But everyone coming in my database is set up on the alerts. Excuse me. Okay. Back to your timeline. Timeline will tell you what's going on here. Now, over on the right side, this is a great place to see where your people are in your in your process. Property alerts are set up for them. Are they on any campaigns right here? Nope, not on the campaign. Let me add a campaign to this fellow. Let's select one of my campaigns that I already have started up, and one of my favorites for myself is Who Do You Know? I just added that in there. That means that every 60 days, the system will tell me, call Kelvin and basically have a conversation with him. At the end of the conversation, by the way, who do you know that's looking to make a move in the next 60 days or for you, 180 days or this year. This year is almost over, so this year or next year, next 60 days. And then that means that when you come to your dashboard, you have to pick up the phone and make a phone call. That keeps you in contact with your database. Alrighty? Next thing here in this aspect here, there is a Concierge Follow-Up. Don't use that. That's a paid service. That means they call your clients for you. As a new agent, don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Call your own clients up. Build your own reputation with them. Also on this dashboard at the very top, you can add a note. If I want to put a note in, just spoke with Kelvin. I can add it to the top. I can pin it, send it to the lender. If you work with a lender that's within the system, you can actually put notes in for your clients and CC the lender every time you talk to them or something has changed. And that's a really good thing there also. Core video. If you have the video set up, you can actually put in your core video. I'm doing this now. I'm sending mostly video messages out. People love to see videos. So if that's the thing that's going on now, if you have core video in your system premium service, you can send unlimited videos. If you don't have the premium, I believe you can send up to 30 videos per month for free. Okay? Everybody has it. You don't have to have a premium service, but you're limited to how many you can send per month. Premium service costs you $30 a month, and you can send unlimited video. I use them for everything. So that's what the bomb video, okay? Voice drop. I don't use it, but you can use it. Some agents use it very successfully. They do silent voice drops. So instead of calling every 60 days to the clients, they can have this set up with a silent voice drop. They just drop it into their voicemail without ringing their phone. The phone will ring once, and then they'll go into voicemail, and then say, who called me? Then they'll see a voicemail, they'll listen to it, and then you say, hey, this is Kelvin. I was just checking in. I hadn't spoken for you in a while. I wanted to see if anything has changed, or you looking to, you know someone is looking to make a move. You know, referrals are already great for me, whatever that verbiage is going to be. And please call me back if you do, or text me back at this number. Whatever you want to say, and then send it out to everybody in your database or whoever you select to be on this here campaign. It's a really cool system. It's called Core Voice Drop. It's a silent voice message with one ring to their phone. KVCORE presents. This is a new feature here. This is awesome, guys. This is where you get your listing presentations ready. You got a selected buyer. You come in, you put the system in, and this will build a presentation for you, for your client. I tested out the other day. It was truly awesome. So experiment with this here, and it's digital, and you can send it to them, or you can go over the presentation through a Zoom meeting while you click it through, and it's interactive. Okay? Now, if you haven't done so, this is a really good system here. I've checked it out already. Just getting you from your dashboard. Market reports. Now, this is something I do also. Everybody in my database is on a market report. What does that mean? If I have their address and I know where they live at, not to be the physical address, just know their zip code, where they live, I put them on a monthly market report. That means that every 28 days, they get a market report telling them about the home sales, the listings, and things in their area. And if somebody clicks on the report or go for more information, my system alert me says, hey, Kelvin is looking at your market report. He may be thinking about buying or selling a home. That gives me a tickler to make a phone call. So I only want to call people that is actively raise their hand and say, hey, I'm looking at houses. Hey, I'm looking at their market report. I'm interested in what's going on. And it's my job to check in with them to see what their interests are or how can I help them. I think everybody should be on the market report, no matter who they are. Buyer, seller, agent, non-agent, put them on a market report. I mean, not agents with the EXP, but affiliates to start a conversation, because your whole thing is starting conversations. Conversation leads to understanding where the buyers are or sellers are or where they are, period. And if they don't have an immediate need, then they may know someone have a need. So all conversations are good conversations. Okay, listing valuation. If you did a valuation, it'll be already here. Like if I want to send what I did, I can send out send. This is my test case again. All right, going back to the other side of it. Files, alerts, any files that you may have will be right here. You can actually be working with a client and upload files from that client. Say if you did a property profile for them, you take it, drag and drop it right here. Whenever you go back to the profile inside of KVCORE, the files will be already attached to the client itself. Anything tasks going on with them, everything you want to know about that client, it'll be right here on your client profile. Okay. Now, I did show you guys how to put the campaigns on, correct? Now let's look at the smart campaigns and see how it won't work. Let me find one that will Facebook lead ad. This is one. This is a campaign that I have built out, and it is a Facebook. This was a down payment assistance program. This thing ran so well, I had to turn it off. I had leads coming out the walls because a lot of buyers and looking for a down payment assistance, even buyers with money. So what happens if you use this effectively, you'd have a ton of volumes. Now remember, the return on investment is 1%. So you have 100 buyers call, you might get one transaction. So no buyer, no down payment assistance. You could come up with some really good buyers out of this here if you work the system and you just leverage it out. And it's not expensive to do if you're using Facebook's as your source to a certain demographic. So this here has a 7-day campaign. As soon as they came into my system, first thing I did, had an immediate call. 1 minute later, I sent them a text message. Congratulations. Second, 2 hours from there, didn't call, did not leave a voicemail, stay in touch. And now this is automated. So when anyone comes through my system with a hashtag, here it is, of LA/DPP, that's down payment assistance program, right? It's automatically will be assigned to this campaign because it's on always run. Yes. When will it run? When they have the hashtag. You got it. Any questions on that? This is key. Okay. All right. Hashtag, run always. And then these are the sequences since I built it out, what it looks like. So let's go with the first call, leave a voicemail. That's nothing there. Congrats, text message. Let's see what it looks like. This is what they get. Hi, Kelvin. Congratulations. You may qualify for down payment assistance on your new home. Home for a sales price up to $795,000. Your next step is to set a phone appointment. You can reach out to us between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. Our office phone number is, blah, 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 blah. If it's more convenient, you can text us. Please text us with the best time to contact you. Why? Kelvin Verrett, ESPN advisor with down payment program. Now, what I did there, I had a call to action, told them, if you don't want to call me, then text me back. Congratulations. Now they get a video. I got a video in there also. They get information. What's your next step? You may qualify. They don't qualify, but they may qualify. And this system puts it, and when they raise their hand up, they say, hey, where I'm $795, where at? And then they start asking me questions. It starts a conversation, and I'm moving one step down the funnel. Remember, the ad is the top of the funnel, and every contact they make push them down further and further into the funnel till they pop out as a transaction for yourself. This is a 7-day campaign. So what it did for me, it screened all of the looky-loos out, and the only people that I paid attention to was the ones who raised their hand by asking questions or want to set an appointment or call me. This is the power of automation with your system. And it's this 7-day program, and it's 10 touches. And if they don't respond by the 10th touch, they just fall into my, every 2 weeks, they get a house from me, and that covers it. Okay? All right. All right, good. We good, everybody? We good on time?
Keep running if you want to keep running.
Okay, all right. And so how do you set a campaign up? You create a hashtag. And when you create a hashtag, the hashtag is the one I guess people are looking for. I just let somebody in the room. When you create a hashtag, it stimulates your campaigns to start doing some automation that you built out. How is this going to work? Only way it's going to work is got to have pre-built campaigns. So if you don't have any campaigns under My Campaigns, you can go to the KVCORE library and look at all the campaigns that's here. Pick the ones that's already built out for you. Let's say most of us are going to be working with sphere of influence of buyers. So default renter, sphere of influence. This is a campaign. and it's a day 1 through a day 100. So they're a renter. They didn't say they want to buy a home, but you happen to be friends with them or friends with a friend, and you have their phone number and their email address, and you know where they live at. Well, you're going to put this campaign together, and you're going to start prospecting them. Now, you may call them up and say, hey, Amanda, this is Kelvin. Look, I know we met over at Jody's house, and we had a great time. I just want to reach out to you, let you know that I'm a real estate broker, and if you know someone that may be in need of buying or selling a home, I would love the referral, because referrals help me build my business. My goal is to help 100 families this year buy a home. Oh no, I'm not looking at. I don't know no one at this point. Okay, well, thank you very much, and if you do, then I'd love to have you reach out to me and let me know about it. Boom. Is it okay if I stay in touch? Sure. Then I set them on a campaign. And now this is one here, a renter that called them ads, but my campaign looked different for the sphere of influence. But this is a renter that is sphere of influence. I talked to them, they looking or whatever that looks like, and this is a 1, 3, 5, 25, 50, 100 day built out for you. And take a look at what it looks like. This is the information they get. You didn't write it, but their name, and I forgot to ask. Okay, and all of them are actually really good. So you don't have to be super creative. It gives you everything you need to know within the system. And all you have to do is add it to your campaign. Templates is templates that you build out. And the templates work in different areas. No templates here. There's on this end one here. But let's go to KVCORE library. Let me let's see, go back here. No, that's the wrong. I want to show you something here. Let me see. Is it not there? Okay. Well, templates. If you were going to build a template out, like I just showed you, that was in my library, you would say add a template, and it could be an email template, text messaging template, a call template, a task template, or a webhook. Webhooks is dealing with API. I wouldn't worry about that. That's very high level. But email, texting, and calls and tasks. A task may be a call to action to do something that don't involve you calling, emailing, or texting. Maybe call call the lender to find out where their status in their approval, where they're in their approval process. Text messaging campaign, and you build them out, and you just click on the add campaign. Now you have to understand what you're going to do here. You can do the template name, and then the content, what you're going to put in it. You can add a video into it. Videos are actually going pretty good. It's simple. Create your little 30-second, 60-second video instead of doing a text or something. They get a little video from your BombBomb, and you speaking to them versus texting them. Why people like video? So video is in right now, guys. All right. So that portion there. Any thing about campaigns right now that I did not touch on that you may want to hear? Okay.
I have another question.
Go ahead.
I'm on the same page for the campaign, and I click on campaign library, but I only get about, I want to say less than 10 campaigns. How do I can see the KVCORE library, but I can't click on it.
So you have
KVCORE
library, right? And then in the KVCORE library, there are 25 records there. Now, I didn't build these. These are already there. So under KVCORE, make sure you have KVCORE library, the center one. That should.
Yeah, I only have campaign library and templates to click on. I don't have KVCORE library.
You should.
It's a little bit different than yours.
No, you should have it. I think everyone have KVCORE library. How about someone else? Do you guys have KVCORE library on your computer? Anyone else? If you have a KVCORE open, all right, it should be. We can talk about it offline. So, but you should have it. So I'm in KVCORE library. If I want to use one of these pre-built campaigns, I just click right here. It says add to my library. You see how I get it? Then once I say add to my library, I'll go over here to my campaigns. That campaign will be in my library because I have 28 records in mine. Okay? The ones with the locks on them are the ones that came from KVCORE My library. Now look under my campaigns. Do you have campaigns in there? That was a question for you. Who's asking about the campaigns?
Diane.
Diane. Okay, so we're gonna move on then. So do you guys understand? Campaigns are pre-built, or you can build your own now. Right now, we'll just use the default because most people you're gonna work with will be like credit restoration referral, default active seller, client buyer, close. Now myself, I kind of like have turned a lot of my campaigns. You notice I got a lot of them here. I turned a lot of them off because they was giving me too many things to do to be busy. I'm just being honest. And so therefore I turned a lot of them off and I just sent houses out. And I sent houses and monthly market reports. That has been giving me more traction than anything I've been doing in the area of campaigns. Do not start all these different campaigns on all your different people in your database because it will drive you up the wall. And what's going to happen is you're not going to do it. You're going to look at your dashboard. You have 1,500 calls to make and you're not going to do it. So don't overburden yourself getting campaign happy because you have one automation for buyers, one for sellers, and there's general automations if you're going to use campaigns. Do not put on 28 campaigns unless you got niche markets that you're working with that's doing some specific function for you. Okay, mine is a 60-day callback, active property alerts, and monthly market reports. They're my 3 bread and butters. That's my advice there. But of course, everybody got a chance to do what they want, what they want to do with it. But do not get overzealous with the campaigns. I did mention KVCORE Presents already, so I won't go through that again. But this here is a really good.
Hold on 1 second. Joanna did. I'm sorry, I said Diana. It's Joanna. Did that answer your question before we move forward?
Yes, it did. Thank you.
Okay, now are you guys, we talk about doing presentations. We have a wonderful free asset within our system, presentations. I did one last night just to make sure I could do it. But if you go in, make sure you customize your information. Like traditional presentation, I got all 3 of them selected. About me, make sure you go in and edit your profile because this will show up on your presentations. Okay? And then make sure you go in your testimonials. If you don't have testimonials, put your testimonials in that you're going to use on your presentations. Okay? And then what they will look like, I like the luxury one, look good. They will look like this here. Built out for you, that's interactive that your clients can actually utilize, look at, and you can go through with them. So I don't know if you guys are working on listings or not at this point in time. You can, but these are things that you turn on within it and you turn off. You have total control of it. It works really well, and I've tested it. It's nice. Okay, so let me look at a presentation I built. Let me see if it opened one up for me. I did this one here last night. So this is what it look like for you on presentations. This is what, and is this cool? Now, this is your client get this, and you can go over it with them. Talks about the market, and this is your market plan. They click on something. It actually opens up, it's pulling right from your MLS. Okay, it's very interactive. Clients can get information off of it. And active comps, everything is available. Isn't that nice? That's a free tool offered by this company. This right here is a game changer. For a lot of us, we struggle with presentations. Now, we know we have our scripted presentation that we got from Daniel with the real estate selling power. Using that verbiage along with your presentations, you can do a real thorough presentation to your clients and possibly get a listing because of your technology being savvy. Okay, it's really good. Go through it, learn it, and put it together yourself. And everything that Daniel teaches in real estate selling power is actually encompassed in this simple web-based presentation. And your clients can use it. You can, like in his place, you can toggle on, toggle off, look at different houses in the area, whatever it is going on. It's a good tool. I'm actually really impressed. This is a good tool that they put in. Okay. And then your marketing strategy. And now you doing this here, you coaching all the way through this. And now you speaking about how you're going to market their property. Thank you. Let's get started. Need more time. They click need more time to tell you why they need more time. They can download the presentation. If I want to get started, boom. Okay, I'll be in touch with you for your next steps. Now, wouldn't that be nice? You send out to everybody that you prospected for selling their home, and you start. They say, "I'm ready to get started." You get that back. Would you be happy? That's a yes. I will. Can't see you, but I'm not looking at you guys. But all right, that's drip campaigns. Anybody? I'm gonna go to the next section. Lead engines. Yep. All right. I can't see the text message box right now, so I'm not there. So lead engine tools. So this is where you can actually start your leads. Now, everything on this page here costs you money. Okay, we got that? Costs you money. Meaning that, well, not, let me take that back. Landing pages and squeeze pages does not cost you money. We covered that. Amanda said you guys covered it already, correct? So if I was to, let's say I'll build up a landing page. A landing page does what? A landing page is just to see you put something out, you ask for some information, and they say, see the information, they got to give you their email address, their phone number, and to see the list now, they click the button, you capture the information. Once that information is captured, if you put, remember the hashtag I spoke to you about? If you put a hashtag on this here, let's say LA Down Payment Assistance Program, soon as that person hit my database, because of the hashtag, it's going to activate the campaign. This is how you activate your campaigns. Got it? Whatever you're doing, Facebook, Google, social media, any kind of social media activity, whenever you generate leads, have a hashtag assigned to that marketing process that has an automation set behind it. Because if you get a lead and you do nothing with it, it's just a waste of money. But if you get a lead and you have automation built in with it, it'll start doing things automatically with that lead. And I ain't gonna go there. But it'll automatically do things to that lead that will cause them to respond. And then when you get to them, they become a cold lead. That's a sort of warm lead that can lead to a hot lead. Or if nothing happens with them and the automation take place and you never pay attention to it until you see someone raise their hand. What is raising their hand? A response, a question, looking for homes, texting you back. All of them are raising your hand. If they don't raise their hand, pay attention to the ones that's raising their hand, and that'll make things better. You know about submit your text on your say submit button text, says see list now, you can change that. After they give you the information, where you want to send them to. So I send them to my website. I send them to verrettforhomes.com. So they gave me the information. I delivered the promise. I gave them the list of homes, and then I sent them to their website all at the same time. Me, myself, I require a phone number. If they don't give me the phone number, and even if it's a bad phone number, I do require the commitment and for my leads. On your landing page, if you didn't know so, you can change these fields, okay? The thing about it, when you do it, guys, it's not forgiving. It don't let you change it. So you mess up, you got to go back and do it again. Okay. This EXP logo, it can come off, but marketing purposes, they want it to stay on. But if you want to take it off, you click it, you take it off. But you want to have something that disclose that you're a real estate agent broker with your license number on it. Okay. That's me. And I think that's in compliance. You can do it for lead generation. You can do it for video previews. You can do a video about down payment assistance. See list now. You can make a compelling offer. Make an offer with a promise and a call to action. 3 things in all your marketing: compelling offer, make a promise, and a call to action. Any marketing that you do does not encompass them three elements, you're wasting your money. Compelling offer, make a promise, deliver. Okay, when I said compelling offer, make a promise, and deliver, call to action. Deliver a promise and call to action. Them are the 3 things. Okay, video views, content hijacked. I haven't used this, don't know much what it does for you, but it's something there that works with. The address capture, if you're working with sellers, trying to do some seller leads, enter your address. Know your home value right now. And these are things that you will market on Facebook, on Google AdWords, on Instagram, through your text messaging, whatever. You'll market this out, and it's an independent website that will be there, and it's a landing page. All it does is it lands there, and they give you information, and you deliver on the promise, and then it goes in your database, and you start marketing to them. That's all it does, okay? Landing page. Squeeze page is a little different for you. Squeeze page is the one that actually does properties, okay? Squeeze page, you do multi-properties, single properties, seller squeeze page, market report. And the squeeze means that it gives you multi-property, gives you 4 or 5 different houses. They start looking at it, and I have mine set up. If you see 2 houses, you gotta give me some information. I'll tell you 2 houses, all the information you want. The 3rd house, you gotta give me some information. If you don't, you can't go no further. But a squeeze page, they basically deliver properties to you for you to look at. I do have one. Now, you guys may know this already. You may have worked with it. And once you put in the demographics for your squeeze page, and that is like listing type would be single family. Now, you guys done this before, and I don't want to be redundant.
We went over this one other time, but we have a bunch of new people on this call, so.
Okay, let's go location, Los Angeles. It pops up, and I do area. I always do area and versus a specific. I did it last night, and it wasn't working for whatever reason. Price range up to 2.3 million. I'm in a high rent district, guys. So square footage don't really matter to me. But I know anything a million to 1.3 million bedrooms don't really matter to me. Walk score, you can do that. But the more criteria you put in, the less results you're going to get back. Okay? Then here it is. This is the source, where it's coming from. If I'm doing a Facebook ad, I put a Facebook. So I want to know where it came from. Then I will put a hashtag, sellers. And if I put that in, then I put seller is in. Now it's a seller. So that means that this market I'm doing is for a seller. Facebook cover photo. If I want to change what it's going to look like on photo, I can add a photo from the search area results, compliant in all, not compliant in all areas. All right, just put it in there. Property allowed to view 2. After that, I want some information. Then I said generate the link. I was asking for the city. I thought I did that. Los Angeles, Southwest. Okay. Did that. Generate link. It generates the link for me. Now, with the short link, all platforms don't like short links. If you don't, then use a direct link that will take you to the same thing. And I'll just copy that. So if you find your link not working, use a long link instead of a short link. But when you do this here, you have to copy this here and paste it into your cheat sheet on the side with your marketing, so you can always know to go back to this. Once you build this page out, you never have to build it again. You can use it once a month, once every 6 months, every day if you want to run ads. So the link stays good. They don't expire. So I just took that up, and I'll go to here, and I'll see what it looks like. Didn't work last night. I don't know why, but all right, it did work. And then there it is. That's what I just built out for that landing page. Okay. Now, once they see the property, I'm not let's say squeeze page. I'm sorry. They look at the property. Say, oh man, it's that nice house. They click. They can view details. Okay. Boom. That's nice. All right. I'm gonna go look at another house. Boom. View details on that one. Okay. Now, the third one should ask me for what? Should ask me for information. Let's go to another one. Let's go back to this one here. View details. There it is. You see that? Now, to go any further, they have to give me information. I love it when they connect with Facebook, because I get their Facebook profile. Guess what happens? I get all their friends too. I get to see who they're friends with. Now I put them in the property, and I can start a campaign for a custom audience. That's another teaching there. And you get your advertising pennies on the dollar. It's cheaper to do custom audiences than do any kind of marketing on Facebook. Should I say metaverse? Because they're changing their name on the first. Facebook will no longer be Facebook. So you guys got that? This is what this was called a squeeze page.
Huge, guys.
Multiple. Go ahead.
I'm saying that's huge. I mean, you're collecting people's data. Like,
Yep, that's exactly
very
right.
huge.
And when you build out your marketing campaign, let's say Facebook, and you're doing marketing and you get 100 names, you take that 100 names and you create a custom audience on Facebook and upload it. Then you create some sequential videos and you say, only show this video to that audience. So they start going to Facebook and then all they see is you follow them everywhere I go. Leah is always here, man. She must be rolling. She advertising like crazy and you only showing it to Leah. That's usually your custom audience. That's a less expensive way of marketing this. It's another teaching there. So you got multi-property, single property. This is where if you want to do a specific listing or home, you can create a squeeze page for this here. And this squeeze page will show that property. They come in, they go to the website, and you collect information. That's all to do is to get them back to your website so you can get the information. You only do a landing page. You only do a squeezing page to collect data. What do I want? Name, phone number, and email address. Now, if you're not comfortable with the phone number, you get less people requesting the phone number, but you get more people if you just do email address. I'll take less, but I want higher quality. And be surprisingly, most of my numbers I get are real numbers. Legitimate people. You can do the same thing with a market report, a seller report. Seller is the same thing. It's just basically doing what's my home value. All right. Any questions on landing page, squeeze pages? Okay. Call and text capture is this here. This is already built into your system. If you have a smart number that you purchase, I'm going to say that if you purchase through KVCORE, you can use this aspect. If you do not have a smart number that you purchased to KVCORE, you have a general number, and that general number is right here. This is EXP round robin phone number. If you text somebody through your KVCORE and you do not have your personal vanity phone number tied to you, they'll be texting with that number, and let's say that person get the phone call, get the text, and they call you back. But they call you from their other phone. Because it's not in that other phone number is not in your tied to your contact, then that number will go to the next EXP agent as in rotation of get an inbound call. So it does not come back to you. So do not text people with that number unless you purchase your own number through KVCORE. That's my advice, but you can do so. When you make a phone call, if you make a phone call through here, you call them from another number. Well, actually, it'll be through your number there. I think that would be different there. But definitely get your own number. It's worth it. I think I paid $23 a month for it, but it's worth it. So all my marketing, all my advertising goes here, and it tracks all phone numbers going in and out, all text messages, automatically updates my database. So do not use this number here for texting. And also you have a personal code. Let's say you're doing marketing. So you say, hey, if you want my free report, then text this code, Kelvin V, back to me, and then I'll back get the information. And that text that code, that's my personal code. Nobody else have it. Then text that code. Then that code would actually automatically come back to my database. So you put it on your riders, on your flyers, on your everything, and it goes in from here. Okay, that's tied to my smart number. All right. Hopefully you guys are getting this here. We're good. Take that's a yes. Okay, nurturing leads. Now here, this is all paid here. All these things here you can buy as add-ons to your KVCORE. I, myself, as a new agent, you don't need all this, okay? Just what I say here, focus on making phone calls, building relationships, and that's going to build your business faster than anything else. Automation is good. If you got a big bank account, you can do it. You can do the Google Pay, click ads, your seller leads ads, your Facebook advertising, retargeting, All these things are effective and they do work, guys. They do work, but you got to have a budget for it. Let's say that you're an agent and you're new, but you've established, I have a $300 a month budget for marketing. Well, this is part of your marketing budget. You can see how much things will cost to add to your system to help you leverage your time and generate your reach, generate more influence and broaden your reach on automation. So they're good for that portion, but other than that, you don't need it. You just need to make the phone calls. What I myself currently are using on this here would be nothing here. I'm not using anything here. Do a lot of things myself. The KVCORE add-ons. This here is where you increase your productivity. Smart number. I have a smart number. I use that because I want to be able to use my stuff. I use the premium BombBomb because I do a lot of video presentations. Them are the two things I use here. And I use, what else? Smart number. Oh, and I have my own URL. Instead of going to Kelvin.Verrett at eXp Realty, I just have mine as Verrett for Homes. And you have to pay for that too. That's $11 a month. If you have the marketing budget, then you get your phone number and you get your vanity domain so that people remember you by name. Because yours is Amanda the Traveling Realtor. So she's Amanda the Traveling Realtor.com. Well, when they remember that and they can easily get back to their website, she makes it memorable. So mine for Verrett for Homes is a slogan and it's memorable. Okay. Leads. Things are here for your nurture. This is all part of your nurturing campaign. Make it rain. You can buy leads from eXp Realty. About $8 a lead, I guess it's costing. And they work. People swear by it. They get a deal out of it. Remember, if I get 50 leads from eXp Realty through the Make It Rain program, and one of them buy a house, well, that pays for your campaign for the whole year. Because there's a fishing expedition. Remember, any marketing you're looking to do is a 1% return on your marketing. 1% return. So factor that in. If I get 100 leads, I'm going to get one deal out of it. If you follow it up, let's say that you get 100 leads and you don't call nobody, you don't do no following up, guess what? You're going to miss it. Or let's say you call 50 of them or you talk to 50 of them, you try to reach, then that one transaction goes to half a transaction. If you do 25 of them, that goes down to a quarter transaction. You know there's no such thing. So if you're marketing, then you must have some system of automation in to follow up with them, to call them until they say, don't call me no more. Take my number out your database. I don't want to hear that. Then you stop calling them. But you make sure that you spend your money wisely. Okay? Listing.
I have a question.
Yes.
Quick question. And so I have some leads from another source purchased. Where do you recommend? Do you just put them on a campaign? It's where I have phone number, email. Would you import them and just put them in a system in a campaign, or?
All right, I would do two things with that list. I would take that same list, and the buyers, sellers, or just a mixture.
Sellers and some buyers.
Okay, I would take that list. I will upload it to Facebook, create a custom audience first of all, and get you 3 or 4 videos that you're going to do for branding purposes to brand you out, and then mixed in there will be a call to action. Then whatever you targeted them for, let's say is in a certain geographical area. Let's say it's Woodland Hills where I live at. We'll do some marketing videos around Woodland Hills, a new restaurant, the upgrades in the mall, changes in the thing, informational stuff they'd be interested in, and I'll make an offer. Make sure you have a piece of paper in your hand and say, hey, and I'll give you this free report or this free, whatever it is, market values, and then in one of your calls, and then the call to action, then that's branding yourself with them. Now, when you call them up to re-engage, then they'll saw your video, then they'll saw your call to actions because everybody's on social media, right? And now they say, oh yeah, I saw your ad the other day. And then now you reintroduce yourself, and then from that point, you can put them into the property alerts if they're looking for homes. And for sellers, you put them on a monthly market report. And for a sphere of influence, that somebody that's looking but not quite ready, put them on a drip campaign, not a drip campaign, but a nurture campaign to periodically call them up every 60 days. And by the way, who do you know? That's what I do with them. Segment them. But the retargeting ads on Facebook is awesome. Now, they do it here. They cost you to do it, but you can do it yourself for less.
Okay.
All righty.
Thank you.
Okay, no problem.
And I'm going to interrupt here. here for 1 second, Kelvin. You need to get them into your CRM and be touching them some way, right? And that's exactly what he's saying. So if they're in a different CRM, get them into your KVCORE and figure out a way to automate or at least call them and start touching them.
But do not put them on an automatic automation because it's going to drive you crazy. You're going to be doing things that don't make sense.
No. Like call them, talk to them, but get them into your KVCORE and get them out of the other CRM.
Absolutely. KVCORE is your bread and butter. Get rid of everything else. Go to KVCORE. You're paying for it. It's the best in the market to me. And it does everything you ever could want to do. More than one CRM going to get you confused and you'll be double working and missing a lot of things. If you get a listing, make sure you do property boost. Cost you about $65 for a week, but you get a ton of leads out of it. Okay. Website. If you haven't done so, make sure you set your website up and look at it, see where it is. Out the box, it works just fine, but you may want to do some customization with it. Finances, third-party tools. These are things that integrate with your KVCORE. Like if you don't have MailChimp is like Constant Contact, but it's free. Up to 12,000 emails per month. Okay? I think it's 12,000 or 2,000, one or two. I use it, but I'm not using it lately, but it's a free resource. You connect it in, you do newsletter through that if you choose to. You don't have to, but you can do so. That's a good one there. Google Sheets is really good because if you're using a third-party source like APN Nation, APN Nation is free for a lot of things, but then some integration costs you money where you get a premium service on it. I don't use APN Nation. I use what we call Zapier because I do a lot more zaps. And then it interfaces with your Google Sheets. So it creates a sheet and Google Sheets is like a third-party integration between all the stuff you want to do. Because I import things in and out of the KVCORE. Okay. And then the finances, then coaching. If you want coaching, they got coaching here. I don't do any of the coaching programs at all, but you guys got the best coaching program right here with Amanda and Leah and the team. This is the best coaching you can get, and you already paid for it when you came part of our team. Okay? Now, I'm going to go to another spot.
I got free coaching.
That's right. That's right. And now this is where you go under here. This is where you get your profile at. This is where your website is located. And if you haven't done so, I'm going to show you my website just so you guys can see. I customized my website a little bit more. I put a video for my splash page instead of anything else. I loaded my own personal logo alongside EXP logo because in EXP, you can self-brand. So I like branding myself. So my page is set up where I have the buttons in the front. Think about selling, think about purchasing, get your loan approval, home resource for my blog. That's what my page looks like. You scroll down, got testimonials on it. The listing carousel, the places that I set up, I designated where I want your homes at because I know my backyard. And this is my backyard. And people come here and I get a lot of traffic. In fact, I haven't advertised in a minute. I get a lot of traffic coming to my website because, of marketing. And I was averaging, I'm probably still getting about 300 a month, but I was averaging between 500 to 800 people a month was coming to my website, looking at my website because of marketing. Okay. So that's basically your website. The customization in here, homeowner resources. That's just through another source. This is my blog, basically. And it updates on itself regularly. Trusted Advisors. This is another service I use where they can go in and they can find movers, mortgage. I want to be the real estate concierge. Whatever you need, I got it for you. And so I put this in place and I'll send people back to my website. Why? They're still looking at houses. Appointment calendar. They want to set an appointment with me. They can come in and set an appointment up. On my calendar, this is customization. I did myself. It's just third-party stuff I use already. I just brought it into the KVCORE. Get loan approved. That's there. Contact your agent profile. Join EXP. If you want EXP, you should be trying to get people to join your group. All right. You should be looking to bring people in to your KVCORE. All right. And that is that portion there. What else I think that would be important for you? Anything I'm missing, Amanda? This is very high level, guys, and we can be more detailed, but I think this would be enough to get you started with your EXP real estate program. First thing we do is look at the CRM. We talked about import data. That's what we talked about. Let me look at that for you. Let's see. Data. I don't think it's here. Let's see. I haven't done the import in a while. I'm trying to get my mind back where I'm at.
And the other thing too, guys, is that my understanding is that if you don't know how to import your database, if you go to tech support in the world, they'll do it for you.
Yep, there it is. They'll do it for you. Now the key to it is here. They have a template of how to import your data. Download their template first. Then make sure your data take a little time to export your data to Excel spreadsheet. Get your categories together. Get rid of the junk categories that is irrelevant to what it is that you're doing, meaning the columns. And only have the pertinent information. If you can, homeowner, renter, buyer, sphere of influence are 4 categories I think that are essential, and then categorize them. So when you import them in, it'll automatically create the hashtags that you need. Your database already segmented. If you don't take the time, you just import everybody in at one time, you're gonna have a mess. And I did that. I imported 2,000 people when I first started. It took me, I ain't kidding you, it took me 90 days to get that thing straight. You don't have to go through the headache. Don't do it. Do little chunks at a time. You got to do 100 at a time. Get 25 in, import them. Get 25 more, import them. And do it in that way that your data is already organized and they immediately become effective and going to work for you. Do not just import them all in at one time. If your data inside your KVCORE is messed up, export them and get it straight and then import them back in the segments until your data is good, because data that's just in there is relevant. It hurts you. That does not help you because you're not organized, okay? All right, so that portion there, I think, Amanda, that covers it for me. I am done, and I'll take questions at this point in time, and I'll pull it over a little bit here. Any questions, you can unmute yourself. You can ask the questions, and I can see if I can answer anything for you.
So Amanda's traveling, so it's me.
Okay. Any questions, guys?
Stop your share screen just so I can make sure I can manage the recording here. There we go. Anyone have any questions?